Reiko has a skullet in the Mortal Kombat movie. It seems like. Anyways, what's up guys? Dynasty, and yes, today we are back at it again discussing the Mortal Kombat Reboot film dropping April 16th in theaters and also in HBO Max. Now today, got for you guys a few tweets of notes from the writer of the script, Greg Russo. Also a few tweets to talk about from Ludi Lin, who plays Liu Kang, and Max Wang, who plays Kung Lao. But of course, the elephant in the room over the last 24 hours or so, there's been a few screenshots circulating the web that appear to be, apparently, Reiko, Nathan Jones, and it's interesting to say the least. It's definitely gonna ruffle a few feathers. So with that said, let's break this stuff down, let's have some fun, and let's get into it. So first things first, at this point in time, Nathan Jones isn't like 110% confirmed to be in the movie, but I think it was back in October of last year. We first saw this clip of him just wielding this gigantic Shao Kahn-esque hammer, which led everybody, including myself, to assume he would probably play the role of Shao Kahn because, well, he fits the bill. This dude is a tank. Worth mentioning too, we got that article, the first look at the characters in action, and we got to see that screenshot of our boy Makad Brooks, Jax Briggs, holding onto it again, what we thought was Shao Kahn's hammer. So up until a couple days ago, it seemed like Shao Kahn was probably a lock to be in this movie, but now apparently it's not Shao Kahn, but Reiko. So this is the image that's been circulating over on Twitter and social media over the last 24 to 48 hours, and it's not one, but 3 stills from what appears to be the film, and here is Nathan Jones rocking a skullet. I mean, it's not that bad. It could be a lot worse, granted. You know, typically we see Reiko with like an undercut with his hair slicked back. Not a full-fledged skullet, but hey, it is what it is. The one thing I will say that I don't like, other than the hair being a bit iffy, no face paint. Where's the face paint? It's interesting. How could you not give Reiko that face paint? I don't think we've ever seen Reiko without it. I don't think he's ever just casually not had the face paint. Going back to the days of MK4 to the comics, pretty sure he's always had that iconic, you know, Brotherhood of Shadow face paint. So this is definitely weird. Very well could still be Shao Kahn, but word on the street is apparently this is Reiko, and I don't know. I kind of hope it's Shao Kahn, but then again, if it is, it's like, where's the helmet and why do you have a skullet? So it's gotta be Reiko, right? So anyways, time will tell. Regardless, though, in the images you can see, he has this dude held up and he's just performing his best General Rom in the first Gears of War impression to Kim. Not much can be gained from this. He's just pretty much threatening a guy in the middle of like a sand dune, and that's it. So yeah, this has been circulating for the past 2 days. Interesting stuff, to say the least. Now, going on to the tweets from our writer, Greg Russo. Now, you guys know there is a bunch of typos, not only in that Entertainment Weekly exclusive article, but even the official like WB synopsis on their website apparently also had a few typos. But thankfully, we have Greg Russo here to clarify a few things. For starters, if you were worried that Sub-Zero, aka Bihan, just randomly got granted his powers of cryomancy later in life, well, it seems like that's not the case, because Greg Russo here to clarify says, Shang Tsung sends Sub-Zero, now with his cryomancy powers fully developed, to hunt him down. Fixed it. They should really let me proofread these things. So if you were scared that Sub-Zero was born without the ability to shapeshift using ice, no need to worry, our boy has been a cryomancer since birth, it's just now fully developed. And also in the same vein with the typo we talked about in my last video, you know, Shang Tsung apparently being the Emperor of Outworld. According to Russo, that was just a typo. There's been a lot of concern about Raiden being an Elder God in this movie. And when asked if indeed Raiden was an Elder God, Greg Russo simply said, hey, typo, nothing more and nothing less. So, woof. Thankfully, Russo here to clarify, because this article, both of them, have just been jam-packed, it seems like, with a bunch of mistakes. Now, making our way to the next topic of the day. So, Ludi Lin, who is playing Liu Kang in this new movie, was answering a bunch of questions, and here's a few I think of note that should hopefully reassure you a bit. So, Steve Webster on Twitter said, I have another question. What was your favorite iconic Liu Kang move to learn and perform? He simply said, I've always dreamed of throwing fireballs. Haven't you? So there you have it. In case you were concerned, that we wouldn't see Liu Kang tossing fireballs. No need to worry, we'll see it on the big screen very soon. In the same thread here, someone asked, is it gonna follow the original storyline or is it a different adaptation? And he simply just said it follows the lore. So again, to reiterate what we keep seeing time and time again, everybody who's worked in the movie keeps saying they're sticking as much as they can to the lore. So don't let the skullet from Reiko scare you. Hopefully everything else is pretty authentic. Now, this one makes me really happy to share because there was a script leak, I think it was like a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago, that said Kung Lao doesn't talk in the movie because apparently he takes a vow of silence. And I actually asked Max Wang, who plays Kung Lao in the movie, if he speaks in the film, and he simply said, only the dead ones will be silent, ... So apparently, it seems like Max Wang, aka Kung Lao, did not take a vow of silence, and he will be speaking in the movie, and that, my friends, makes me extremely, extremely relieved. So again, it's following the lore. Do not let the skullet scare you. But guys, that is simply all I got for y'all today. It appears like Nathan Jones may or may not be Reiko, could definitely still be Shao Kahn, or maybe even someone else. We don't exactly know what's going on. Time will tell. Greg Russo clarifying a few things, and also some nice little tidbits for you guys with the Shaolin monks. If you guys enjoyed the video, though, please take 1 second and drop a like on it. Of course, subscribe for some more MK content here on the channel. Till next time, been your host, Ben Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all feel now. That was just a setup, watch it get real now. Okay, so me and Sub-Zero was born in 90.